also. Anyat, any other. Arupakasya, of you, who possesses no material form. Yuktaha, those engaged in your devotional service. Samaksham, before the very eyes. Ubhayatra, in both ways, spiritually and materially. Vichakshante, can actually see. Tvam, you. Yogena, simply by the method of devotional service. Vahnim, fire. Iva, like. Darushu, in wood. No, not. Anyataha, from any other means. Syat, it is possible. Translation. By authorized Vedic knowledge, one can see that the forms of cause and effect in the cosmic manifestation belong to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For the cosmic manifestation is His energy. Both cause and effect are nothing but energies of the Lord. Therefore, O my Lord, just as a wise mind by considering cause and effect can see how fire pervades wood, those engaged in the devotional service understand how you are both the cause and the effect. Purport. I described in the previous verses many so called students of the spiritual understanding follow the 10 different methods known as Mauna Vratas Shrutatapo Adhyayana Swadharma Vyakhya Raho Japa Samadaya. These may be very attractive, but by following such methods, one cannot actually understand the real cause and the effect and the original cause of everything. Janmadi Asya Yataha. The original source of everything is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. Sarvakarana Karanam. This original source of everything is Krishna, the supreme ruler. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. He has his eternal spiritual form. Indeed, he is the root of everything. Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam. Whatever manifestations exist, their cause is the supreme personality of Godhead. This cannot be understood by so called silence or by any other hodgepodge methods. The supreme cause can be understood only by devotional service. As stated in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktyamam abhijanati. And elsewhere in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 14, Text 21, the Supreme Godhead personally says, Bhaktyaham ekaya grahya. One can understand the original cause of all causes, the Supreme Personality, only by devotional service, not by show bottle exhibitionism. So, text continuation of the 48. Tvam vayuragniravaniryadhambumatraha pranendriyani hridayam chidanugrahascha sarvam tvameva saguno vigunascha bhuman anyatvadasya api mano vachasa niruktam. O Supreme Lord, you are actually the air, the earth, fire, sky, and the water. You are the objects of sense perception, and the life aids, the five senses, the mind, consciousness, and the false ego. Indeed, you are everything, subtle and gross. The material elements and everything, anything expresses, either by the words or by mind, are nothing but you. Purport. This is the all pervasive conception of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which explains how He spreads everywhere and anywhere. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Everything is Brahman, the Supreme Brahman, Krishna. Nothing exists without Him. As the Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse number 4, Maya tadamidam sarvam jagat avyaktamurtina matstani sarva bhutani nachaham teshvavastita. I exist everywhere and everything exists in me, yet I am not visible everywhere. The Lord can be visible only through devotional service. Tatra tishtami narada yatra gayanti madbhakta. The Supreme Lord stays only where his devotees chant his glories. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे रूपे इमे सदसति तव वेद सृष्टे बीजाङ्कुराविव न चान्यदरूपकस्य युक्ताः समक्षम् उपयत्र विचक्षन्ते त्वां योगेन Vahnim ivadha rushunanyata syad. By authorized Vedic knowledge, one can see that the forms of the cause and effect in the cosmic manifestation belong to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For the cosmic manifestation is his energy. Both cause and effect are nothing but energies of the Lord. Therefore, O my Lord, just as a wise mind, by considering cause and effect, can see how far pervades world, those engaged in the devotional service understand how you are both the cause and the effect. So, Prahlad Maharaj's prayer, the chapter entitled with, so Prahlad Maharaj offered the prayers to Lord Nrsimhadev, and we know the whole story of Prahlada, how Hiranyakashipu, though he's his son, but he treated not like a son, but representative of his enemy, is Vishnu. So, by all means, he wants to kill him. So, nonetheless, Prahlad Maharaj is a pure devotee of the Lord and is amongst the Mahajanas. And being a pure devotee of the Lord, so he always sees the Lord everywhere. As we go ahead, in the 48th verse, as in this verse, it is given by Prahlad Maharaj said, fire, air, earth, everything, even my words, whatever I'm speaking, my mind, my senses, and everything, nothing but you. And it belongs to you. It's nothing but uh, sun and sunshine. Sunshine doesn't mean that just like directly that it is it's emanating from the sun god. So similarly, everything is emanating from the God. God exists everywhere. Aham sarvasva prabhavo mattas sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. So in this way, so Prahlad Maharaj sees in the text 48 that we will see ahead how he's seeing and what is the cause. So the cause is pure devotional service. The effect is sees everything related to Krishna. So here it is telling Prahlad Maharaj saying, "Oh my Lord, just as a wise man." So means wise man. Man means actually wise. He should be not like a animal. So that also we will cover how a man, like in a human being, human form has to be utilized in this current situation because God has given this opportunity. So That is indication that just a wise man, by considering cause and the effect, can see how fire pervades the wood. And similarly, those engaged, means the wise man who's engaging in the devotional service of Lord and understands how the Lord is both cause and the effect. As we know that Lord is everything. Janmadhyasyetaha. Even Prabhupada writes in the purport that he is Adi, is Purana, and he is the creator and as well as destroyer. And in between, he is only the Poshana, the maintainer. So that's how he sees that he is the cause and he is the effect. So in this verse, particularly, there is a word yogena. It's very, very important. What is that? By means of devotional service, if you go by word to word meaning, Prabhupada writes, by means of devotional service, not by any means of any yoga system. Just like we know that there are different kinds of yoga systems are there. Jnana yoga, karma yoga, dhyana yoga, ashtanga yoga, and ultimately bhakti yoga. So people may say the yato tat, yato mat, tato pat. As your mind says, just you can follow. Does it applies here? Or does it works? Okay, I will tell your child, Papa, I don't want to go to school. Why to go to school and just to study? I will sit at home, open the book, and just study. Does it works? Can you understand everything and anything? Can you understand the cause and effect of that? Can you understand what will be the consequences and what will be the results? But if only you go to the school, what happens? The guru teaches us what is correct knowledge. Of course, I'm just taking an example, but ultimately it's a mundane subject matter unless until we have taken the spiritual subject matters and then taking shelter of Krishna. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Of course, if that is engaged in the service of Krishna, it's a spirituality. So we cannot. So ye to mat tato pat doesn't work here. So yogena means should not be misunderstood. It is only bhakti yogena, not like jnana, karma. As we saw yesterday's class, His Grace Madhav Prem Prabhu very beautifully explained about that. People may say that mauna vrata, that silence. Yeah, of course, silence is required when some, of course, it's not that I'm giving the class. Whenever the representative of Vyasadeva, whenever he's giving the class, just we will pay attention, just we will hear. The silence doesn't mean just like we were not speaking, we are hearing, but sometimes if you go into the silent zone, no hearing also. The only one thing happens is that only sleeping will happen, if I'm not wrong. But obviously. So that's the reason, even when we are chanting also, Prabhupada said that sometimes the disciple asked, Prabhupada, this mind is disturbing a lot. Mind? How come the mind is involved here? I just asked you to chant the holy name. You chant with your hands, you utter with your mouth, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and whatever you are uttering through your tongue, then just you hear and make sure that don't miss any letters or any words or any names of Krishna. If you're feeling hungry, then something just will eat it. So it's not like that. So there is no concept of that. Only thing is we are engaging the senses. So similarly, that silence means, as Prabhuji mentioned yesterday, that speak Krishna Katha. The rest assured, everything is nonsense. Just put silence. So silence doesn't mean that's not speaking, but speak Krishna Katha. If it is Krishna Katha, just yes, it is silence. So that doesn't work. Yato mat tato pat. It's not possible. And Krishna personally said himself in the Bhagavad Gita that Bhaktyamam abhijanati. You can understand me just by bhakti, devotional service. In other places in the Bhagavatam, again, in which comes in Uddhava Gita, where Krishna is speaking to Uddhava about the devotional service, he speaks only through the devotional service. Bhaktya ekaya grihita. So only by the devotional service, not by jnana, karma, or any other means. One can understand me, but only through the devotional service. Even in many other religious systems also, they do. accept some things. Just like whenever something inauguration, they do ribbon cutting. They accept, but not fully. Just like we know, the realization of the God can be happen in the three aspects. One is Brahman, Paramatma, and the Bhagavan. Some of the yogic systems can up to end with Brahman realization. Some yoga systems end with Paramatma realization, which we see just ahead a minute. Then only the devotees in Bhakti Yoga can understand the God as He is, and everything emanating from Him, and everything rests upon Him, and everything belongs to Him, nothing ours. In even myself, I am also servant of Krishna. Jivera Swarupa Krishnera Nityadas. Then we may say that there are so many other forms also. Why only Krishna? Right? There are so many other forms other than Krishna. Rama, Narsimha, Varaha, Kurma, everything. Yes, Krishna himself also declared from the Bhagavatam that Krishnastu Swayam. Rest everything is, they are the incarnations. But Krishna himself is telling that I am the uh, Swayam Bhagavan. And he is the cause of other incarnations also. Everything is coming from him only. And we know from the Brahma Samhita, Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Ananta Rupam. Not only just 10 Dashavataras, there is unlimited forms. And Bhagavad Gita also, it says that Matta Parataram Nanyat Kinchidaste Dananjaya Maye Sarvamidam Proktam Sutre. So all these different kinds of the forms, whatever is existing, but me, just like Sutre Manigana Iva. All the different forms, the sutra, the cause is Krishna. Although I have got many other forms, but the original form is the supreme form is Krishna, that is myself, Sutre Manigana Iva. And that does not mean that other forms are less powerful or something like that. Yes, they are also as good as Krishna himself. Like we gives that example of Deepa Chureva hi dashantaram abhyupetya Deepa yite vivratahe tu samana dharma. But he says that Krishna is the ultimate cause and the effect of the different forms. And we know that example of the candle. There are unlimited candles. Take one candle, just light it, and just to touch everything. Having same the qualitative of the fire. But what is the cause of that igniting? The first candle. That first candle is Krishna. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So we may say that why only devotional service reveals the Lord? Why not other processes? Just will so just small glimpses in that. So text 46, it is described that Lord cannot be understood by any other means. As we saw, the 10 different processes that materialistic people will go. Of course, they looks very attractive. It's good, not bad. Everything which is existing in this world sometimes apparently looks very dirty, not good, may not be good for me. Maybe good for some other, but somebody else as a means to approach closely towards to the God worship if he is a wise man. Okay. If not, he may take and it leads to diversions that we will see. In the 47 verse, current verse, what he is telling that those who engaged in the devotional service can able to understand me. Very stressed. So now we will see the comparative. Now karma yoga, for example, if we take, what people will do? Okay, they will do some karma. In initially, this is karma yoga of the third canto, not the pure devotional service of the karma yoga, the bhakti yoga of that karma. It's a karma yoga. Maybe some actions, good actions, they may get piety at maximum, not more than that. With that, they may go to heavenly planets and good pious grades. But abharma bhuvanar loka punaravartino Arjuna. Then he has to come back. Punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam, janari jatare shayanam. So focus is only my own results, my good piety, and not surrendering to the God. If we take the Jnana Yoga, okay, intelligence, Yes, ignorance will get removed. And but what happens? ज्यादा भी ज्ञान हो गया तो क्या होता है? हमारा तेलुगु में एक वर्ड रहता था, పడనే से पहले वो करेला बोलता था, मतलब इस తెలుగు ప్రౌడ్ ఇస్ చదవడానికి ముందు కాకరకాయ అన్నాడంట. సో చదివిన తర్వాత కీకరకాయ. సో రైట్ నౌ వి విల్ గెట్ టు నో అబౌట్ సో మెనీ డిఫరెంట్ మీన్స్ నేమ్స్. They changes the verdict also. The words also they will change, and we have to take the dictionary. Then we will understand. Arey, this is our old word which is coming from the Sanskrit, and you are narrating a very different kind of verdict, and the pronunciation also very very posh language, which we think it's very great. And over a period of time, what we do, we will negate the previous things. So that creates a false pride in us. And even at maximum, the person achieve impersonal Brahman, not the personal realization. We know example from scriptures in the 10th canto, the Vedic Brahmanas are there. Great great scholars, Swaha, they do. But here we also see yesterday His Grace Pancharatna Prabhu was saying that you're bombarding. Swaha idam Krishnaya idam namama. Whatever I am doing, whatever I am offering, whatever I am giving it to you, Krishna, this is for you. Idam namama. Idam, whatever I am doing, whatever I am reading, everything. This is not my pleasure. Na mama. It's not for me. Yes, you're hammering. You're making others to just chant. Idam Krishnaya, idam namama. Krishna, this is for you, this is for you, this is for you. It's not meant for me, it's not meant for me. Yes, Jivera Swarupai, Krishnera Nityadas. Whereas the Yajnik Brahmanas Patnis, they are very affectionately wanted to serve Krishna and Balaram when they are coming for asking something. But they said that, don't you think that this is meant for Krishna? That Krishna only coming in front of you and then asking, but he's not giving. So the jnana is little impersonal Brahman. Whereas in Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj's lineage, Bali Maharaj, Shukracharya told, please don't give the 3 steps to Vishnu or the draft, the boy. He know as soon as he sat on the yajna, actually he got up from seeing from long distance. Why? He know he is Vishnu. And by all means, he respected, he honored, he gave everything. Argya, Achaman, okay, flowers, garlands, and then everything, puja, everything he did it. And at the end, before giving to the results, what he asked for, Shukracharya said that don't give. You told do this for Vishnu, and I'm doing it for Vishnu appeared in front of me, and you said that no. So that's what the jnana leads to impersonal Brahman. Ashtanga yoga, and with no controlling the mind and the senses by all different of means, and we know Vishwamitra, and we know different examples that how they didn't attain fag end of the life, the goal of their life to attain God. No, that example is yogis, dhyana also, complete distraction, which we saw yesterday, as Madhav Prem Prabhu mentioned about. They were so silent in jungle also, but by seeing something else, what they got? Distraction. And that's what Krishna also told to Arjuna, do your swadharma. Paradharma bhayavaha. He said that Krishna, I don't want to fight in this. Rather, I want to go into the jungle and beg some alms. So we know the story that how you will not keep quiet. They will ask the leader of the beggars, come on, give me all your begging things. Okay, take this martial things. All right. Since morning, I begged everything, and you sat here and just asking everybody and looting. Up, what you are doing? You are also doing only, no? The same thing. Indirectly, you are not looting, you are begging, but he is also begging from you, but he is a leader, that's all. Then you will become like, because you are a Kshatriya spirit background, and you will say, I will kill you. So better do that right now under my guidelines. That will be work. Otherwise, you will be bound by the shackles of these 3 gunas. Tapaha, austerity. What happens? It increases the false ego. Example is recent movie Mahavatar Narsimha. 1000 great years. Hiranyakashipu did tapasya. Very tough. Not so easy. Easiest thing is devotional service. So tough. 1000 years. But what happened? He got benediction from Brahma, but tried to fight against his father. It's Brahma's father, that Vishnu only, and he wanted to kill. So yes, becomes false pride. Mauna also we understood. And the scriptural studies, but if it is not meant for Samsiddhar Haritoshanam, what happens? Not respecting others, then eventually it also only theoretical. Example is Romaharshan Sutta. Balaram is appeared on the Vyasas and when he was giving the discourses, but he didn't respect it. Varnashrama Dharma also, any things if we can take about this, all 10 types of our different processes, what happened? We are not attaining the ultimate goal of life, even though they are the steps, the ways, and the means to attain the goal. Varnamashrama itself is not the ultimate goal of our life, but to attain the goal of life, Krishna Prema, it facilitates us. But after that, if you can kick out that ladder, so that means it's a not a wise man. And the charity also, that at maximum he gave the pirates credits. Karna, the whole world speaks about Karna. For what purpose? Danavira Shura Karna. He gave his own kavajas, but what happened? Nothing. So that only leads to false pride. Speculation, only mental satisfaction. Just like a frog's egg analogy, Srila Prabhupada gives that. The frog also says, "Oh, how much? I'm just sitting in this lake." So this he thinks that I saw just Arabian Ocean, so it's very huge. How much big size? Bigger than this. How much? Double than this? No, bigger than that. Triple, four times. But in a spirituality, even if you speculate about Krishna only, we will do everything. So that works. But whereas if these things individually doesn't leads us to the devotional service, but the ultimately when we are practicing the devotional service, engaging every sense in the service of the Supreme Personality of a Godhead, just like Ambarish Maharaj also gave a very beautiful analogy. Savai mana Krishna padaravindayo vachamsi vaikunta gunanu varnane. So like that, when we are engaging everything, all these list of the things what we derived, described, everything's fall in place. That also we'll see that example right now. So by bhakti, we can have all this above what we have derived: karma, jnana, dhana, ashtanga, scriptural studies, tapasya, char, everything. So if you can see the examples of Prahlad Maharaj, he did no austerities, no scholarship because he's a very small boy, 5-year-old boy. But only through bhakti, what he did, he attained the love of Godhead. If you see, okay, he is a human, but if you can see Gajendra, it's an animal life, not even a human life also. What to think about if only human form we got? How much carefully we have to utilize it. There is no Vedic study, no charity, no tapasya, but only through the devotion offered the flower, the lotus flower from the lake, and to Lord Vishnu. The Lord Vishnu came and he rescued. Gopis in the Vrindavan, if you can see, how much they went to school, what they studied, what kind of yoga system they performed. There is no jnana system, nothing, but only their unconditional, undivided devotional service attract the Supreme Personality of Godhead and it is revealed. Same example in the Prahlad Maharaj, if you see, is it not that he speculated? Of course, just taking the word here, the speculation. Just I'm coming from this just recent uh, the movie again the same Mahavatar Narsimha. When these two people they are taking him away and on the hilltop and they wanted to just throw, and the second person got afraid, scared, and he asked Prahlada, "You are not feeling afraid, scared by seeing the below? Why? Everything is so beautiful. The nature is so beautiful." Oh my God, he's very mad. Yes, of course, mad after Krishna, the all attractive. And the other senior most person, he asks, If you are seeing like this, what is the use of just throwing you outside? Then he gives the jnana, the philosophy. What he says? No, by all means, you have to throw me. And by throwing, you are not getting died, Baba. That's not your job. Your job is to follow the instructions given by your master, is my father, Hiranyakashipu, the king. Then you have to execute. You are a subordinate. But you are not going to die. Then he gave the philosophy that how I am not this body, I am the soul, and the Lord is rescuing me. Then he asks, if this time, if the Lord is not coming and rescuing you, it's okay. That's up to him. I am doing my job. Let him do his job. If he's not doing that, you are thinking he's not doing, okay, again, next life, I will come back and then I will chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So called speculation. But he's giving. And then the next, uh, he followed Varnashrama Dharma. Same thing, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha. Then finally, he attained and then he gave up his old dharma and then I gave to his children. Please take up this. Then I have to perform my devotional service. He studied the scriptures, Maunavrata. All the time he is following this Maunavrata by speaking only Krishna Katha. Meditation, yes, dhyana, unto the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. And karma, the pure karma, the pure devotional service, bhakti yoga, he was performing. If you can take examples from any person, any pure devotee's lifestyle, so everything is falling in the line. So, yes, through by any other means, we cannot understanding the God, but only by the pure devotional service. So, after speaking this, so he's telling in the 48th verse, O Supreme Lord, you are actually the air, the earth, fire, sky, and water. You are the objects of the sense perception. The life aids, the five senses, the mind, consciousness, and the false ego. Indeed, you are everything subtle and the gross. The material elements and anything expressed either by words or by mind are nothing but you. Sarvasvachaham hridisannivishto mattaha smriti jnanam apohanam. So everything is emanating from Krishna. So this is the all-pervasive conception of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which explains how he spreads everywhere and anywhere. Sarvam kalu idam Brahma. Everything is Brahman, the Supreme Brahman. Arjuna himself declared this in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, 12, and 13 verses. Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashwatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Unborn Vibhu. You are everything. In this 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it speaks about the Vibhuti Yoga. Everything is Krishna's only. He speaks about this. And this not only Arjuna, he is telling that even our great acharyas also confirm this. Ahustvam rishayas sarve devasta naradastata asita devala vyasa. And even Krishna himself, swayam chaiva bravishime, Krishnastu bhagavan swayam, he himself also declared that you are everything. So, the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we saw how everything is emanating from Krishna and he is everything. Yadyad vibhuti matsatvam Srimad Urjitam Evava. Tattat Evava Gachatvam Mama Tejo Amsha Sambhava. Everything is coming from it's my splendor. Whatever good things we are seeing. So this beautiful analogy made me to understand, take shelter. So exactly this, when I was there during my Vidyapitam study, 2023, I started. One day I was chanting and then I was asking to Radha Vrindavan Bihari, so why things are happening in this life? Like sometimes we feel because of this false ego which comes up and somebody is cheating me. So then, and somebody is pulling me down. I am thinking, okay? No one do like that. And if at all something is happening, we have to think what Krishna is teaching me through this. That's what seeing the things as they are. If really the person is doing, that is between him and Krishna. But for me and Krishna is that Krishna is teaching. Is it that without the knowledge of Krishna, something is happening to me? Without Krishna's sanction, something is happening? Again, there is a proverb. Without the sanction of Krishna, not even a blade of grass can move. Then how come somebody is doing some things to me without sanction of Krishna? Then means he is Krishna then. He is doing it on his own independent. But nobody is independent. Krishna is alone independent. Abhijnan Swarat. So this made, if this person is cheating, then Krishna told, among the cheaters, I am the biggest cheater. So if I was thinking, this devotee, see, quote and unquote, I gave the title also, this devotee cheated me. But among the cheaters is Krishna. So if at all he is doing that, see what is something good in that. And what I can able to learn and how can I go ahead. So this verse made me to understand Yadyad Vibhuti Mat Sattvam. So whatever you are thinking, oh, this devotee is having so many nice opulences and everything, but I don't have. He's having because he's engaging in the service of Krishna and Krishna is giving him. If you also start doing everything for the pleasure of Krishna, then Krishna also gives everything and he will facilitate you how you can come closer to Krishna. It's not exactly the same thing what the other devotee had, and you also get the same thing. Yesterday I was just seeing the one of the a small clip some devotee shared that the ducks goes and they can walk on the flat area on the earth and they can swim in the water also. And in the behind, the hen is following chicken. Oh, what she know that? No, doesn't. Then they entered, and this hen also entered inside. Oh, they are going, and she's also following. Oh, this is not meant for me. Again came back. What it is teaching? Not everything is meant for everyone. Some things are meant for someone according to his nature. So Krishna facilitate everything. Only thing is we have to see according to time, place, circumstances, and according to our own devotional service, we will get that. So we'll see how Prahlad Maharaj's vision in his danger. Very beautiful. Thus, I heard it. So just I'm repeating. This is not exactly the reference from the scriptures. I heard in the Bhagavatam, one of the senior most devotees shared during my, of course, a decade back. Seeing everything in relation with the Lord. Because in this verse, especially this is meant for that only, right? Everything, material elements, anything expressed. And indeed, you are subtle and gross. Everything you only. See how Prahlad Maharaj is saying that. Dangers, we know from the just fifth canto, before four chapters, the fifth chapter of this seventh canto, Prahlad Maharaj faced so many dangerous situations, and Hiranyakashipu did all kinds of trial and errors. Nothing happened. Mare Krishna, Rake ke, and Rake Krishna, Mare ke. If Krishna wants to save us, no one can kill us. And if Krishna wanted to kill Hiranyakashipu, not even Brahmadev can rescue him because Brahmadev also the son of Lord Vishnu. He threw it from a mountain. Certainly it leads to death. But from mountain top, he throw him on the earth because nothing is there. Then obviously he will crash. But he got rescued. Nothing happened. It has become soft bed. Why? And he was telling that Mother Earth has Lord's energy. And she is Bhumi Devi. She's a consort of the Lord. So just like the baby, she's putting her on the lap of mother. So similarly, Prahlad Maharaj just sleeping on the lap of Mother Earth. So it didn't hurt him anymore. Throw into the fire, obviously, fire destroys and becomes smashed, powder, ash. But he's thinking, again, Yajna concept. Fire god is a servant of the Lord doesn't harm. Again, a servant of the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj is also servant of the Lord. So he will not harm anything. Poison administered by Hiranyakashipu. Poison also supposed to kill. But he was seeing poison, the Lord within the poison. Even Shiva drank that poison. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not the poison, but the thing is, when Jagai and Madai, when he delivered, then he got that effect. Not this effect, but in the spiritual. And he told, whoever commit mistakes or offense the Vaishnavas, then I will inject this. So he saw Lord as Antaryami in that. And also tampered by the elephants, crushing force, and just crush powder. But he saw the Lord's energies, and elephant is just only instrument. So like that, so many example we can see about sea drowning attempt, Svaranadeva. So like that. And when he logged, no food, only starvation. So we know Lord is maintaining everyone. Poshana, who is giving that? The Lord is giving. By not just feeding us, the Lord is maintaining. He can maintain if he wish. So without food, we starves, but he never starved. He got maintained by the Supreme Personality of Godhead because of the faith on the God. And he saw everything in relation with the God. Why Prahlad Maharaj could see all these things? Why we are unable to see? Of course, everybody is seeing, but why I am unable to see like this? Because Prahlad Maharaja's pure devotional service, where my bhakti is not yet fructified. By all means, what we are supposed to do is we have to fructify that. And what we are supposed to do? We have to engage everything in service of Krishna. And why other people are unable to see materialistic people? Because of by all methods, we saw everything is leading to the false spread and everything. Example, if you can see Ravana, he saw Mother Sita, but not as a energy of the God, the concept of the God. He saw is my enjoyable object. So that is a jnana. It leads to, जैसे मैंने बता दिया ना, पहले कारेला बोलता था और बाद में किरेला बोल दिया. तो they will change that. BUT but and PUT put and C to cut. Why na kut. So like that, people will change the verdict nowadays. And if it is coming from the different scholars, then we'll say very, very educated. Then we have to derive that only. Hey, your education was a very old Indian rural development. No, so forget about it. Now this is very convent school education. So we have to learn. But ultimately, what we do, we will negate the existence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just like Ravana also didn't saw the energy of the God, that is Sita Devi, the consort. So always we should remember by engaging all the senses in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That again, we saw this Ambarish Maharaj prayers, Savai Manha Krishna Padara Vindayo, Vacham Se Vaikunta Gunanu Varnani. Just have it's very short time, just I will tell in a nutshell. Mind, through mind, not just silent or just meditation on the lamp or in the Brahman, but here it is. Ambarish Maharaj is expressing, mind can be engaged by remembering the Krishna, the beautiful prayers, beautiful form of this Krishna. We can able to remember that. And the speech, glorification of Krishna. The hands, Karo Harer Mandiramarjanadishu, Gundicha Marjanam. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself again he came, appeared just 500 years back. He's telling you devotees, like now, you my dear devotees, you people forgot about everything. Now I will teach you personal example. He went to the Gundicha and he Marjanam. And also he gave our whole Gundicha, the heart, how to cleanse. We cannot use this coconut broom in this. Okay. There is another different process he gave. Time, place, circumstances, the preaching. Chetodarpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam Shreyakairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam. He gave us the chanting of the holy name. Through that, you can cleanse by abhyasa yogena tu kaunteya, by practice, not to become. In this material world they say practice makes man, but we don't want to become perfect. Perfectionist only one person. There is no other perfectionist. It's Krishna. If I am trying to become a perfect, then I am trying to imitate Krishna. But I am not meant for that. I want to servant of Krishna. Let me continue. Practice, practice, practice leads to practice only. Don't try to become perfect. Because again, at the end of the day, if I become perfect, two horns will come. Hands are serving the Lord, the temple, ears are hearing a Bhagavatam, just all everybody is doing. I'm sorry, I'm just getting bored. I'm just within 2 minutes it will get over. So ears are hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, eyes are seeing the beautiful darshan of the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. Nose smelling the Tulsi aroma. The same thing which comes, the four Kumaras entered into the arena and they saw the fragrance of the Supreme Personality of a Godhead's lotus feet. All the jnanas, perfection. The body touching the devotees, legs doing parikrama around the Govardhana hill. Sri Giriraj Maharaj ki jai. Head bowing down in front of devotees and the Lord desires. Oh, desire. In Guru Puja we sing, there is no other desire, but only thing to serving the Supreme Person of a Godhead. So in this way, human form is very, very special. We have to engage all these senses, not just for mundane means which leading us to false pride, but again, it is making us to fall down into this material world. Rather, it has to enhance the consciousness and take us back home, back to Godhead. Why so special of this human form of life? This kind of viveka is there. What is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, how to do, how not to do. And we have the inquisitive nature, atato brahma jignasa, not bhankar jignasa. Why I have to do, why I have to do anything? No, not like that. Rather, who am I? What I'm supposed to do? Where I have to go? So in this way, we can able to inquire. Whereas in other species of the life, this qualitative inquiry, inquisitiveness, and the viveka is not there, but only in the human form of life and has to be utilized properly. And of course, the more has been given, the more has been expected. What is that Lord is expecting from us? Come back to home, the home of spiritual abode, Goloka Vrindavan. Don't stay in this market. The market always padam padam yad vipadam. So correct use. What we have to use? Hearing, chanting, reading, and darshanam and remembering. It's a very beautiful understanding of this. Everything we have to use in the service of Krishna. So human form of life is meant for hearing, and after that understand. After understanding, nitidhyasanam. That's meditation. Then complete absorption and through all means of N Nama Sankirtan. Human. Here, understand, meditate, absorb, and nurture through Nama Sankirtan. So, in this way, we can engage all the senses in the service of the Lord and get purified and get the revelation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Time up. If anybody wanted any queries and comments after Vyasasan. Hare Krishna. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.